So I was speaking to my mum, the Ozempic Munjaro thing, which is obviously a hot topic at the moment. My mum, it freaks her out. She's like, you shouldn't be taking anything like that. You know, there's going to be consequences. You don't want to be putting anything in your body that you don't know. And she's right in that sense because we don't know what the long-term effects are of Mounjaro. But it also, as a mindset coach, gets me thinking about women who are my size, who are getting it, who are taking it. And it's like, what habits is that cementing? You're removing this whole thing of like doing the difficult thing to get the reward. Therefore, by doing that, you're not encouraging greater self-trust. You're not believing in yourself more. You're, I suppose, putting that win on something external to you. My mother said I shouldn't, with Sarah and Michaela.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to My Mother Said I Shouldn't with me, Sarah and
Michaela, hello.
Hey. We are sponsored by RO Pictures. Thanks, Cal.
You're welcome.
Hey, Cal.
Hey, Cal. And today is Kay's turn.
It is. And my mother said I shouldn't take the quick fix.
The quick fix?
Yeah.
For like what?
So when I've been talking to my mum about doing certain things to lose weight, such as, I don't know, starve himself. No, I'm joking.
I mean, that was that pal thing, that Fitness Pal.
My Fitness Pal.
That is addictive.
Oh God.
What's wrong with My Fitness Pal?
It can create for me it created a little bit of unhealthy relationship with food where I just got addicted to monitoring the food.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to continue with that.
Trying to be underneath the calorie thing, like beating it, and when you go to bed, you're like, oh, I've got 200 calories. Yes.
Oh, Julia does this.
And sometimes it would even be like, oh, I've got 200 calories left, so I'll just eat when I wasn't hungry. Did you not do that? I did that.
I do it.
I do that.
I do that. I've got 200 calories left. You're damn right I'm going to use those calories.
100%. I'd be like, I got calories left. They're going in my tummy.
And then it always ends up going over because I've added a bottle of wine to it. So there you go.
Honestly.
And then I ended up going over. And I was like, damn it, how did I do that? At 9 p.m. I was under by 500 calories at 9:15.
And then one pizza later.
500. Like, God. Well, that's the time I got addicted to Pepsi Max because it's 1 cal.
Oh God,
and
that's just full of rubbish, isn't it?
Full of rubbish, terrible. But yeah, I got addicted to it because I was
probably
like,
an appetite
this is only 1 calorie on my fitness.
You got addicted to Pepsi Max.
It's an addictive thing.
How?
Because the
sweetener. Oh, I mean, is that sweetener that's carcinogenic? That sweetener.
Yeah, that really bad sweetener.
And the caffeine that's in it.
Oh, is there caffeine in it? I didn't think there was caffeine in these.
An appetite suppressant, isn't it?
Is it?
Anything with caffeine. Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Why am I saying caffeine?
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Hello, I drink caffeine.
We didn't notice that.
Caffeine.
Caffeine. Okay, darling, with your caffeine. No, I didn't know that was an appetite suppressor.
Yeah, like women I've heard of plenty of times when they're hungry, they'll just have a Diet Coke.
Isn't it the gases makes them feel fuller?
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe. I suppose it's something putting in your tummy, but I suppose it's like having water. If I'm hungry, I'll have water first.
Do you? You're supposed to do that.
I don't see if you're thirsty or not. Because it could just be thirst.
I probably am thirsty. I just like to eat. I like to eat. I am an emotional eater. I eat when I'm bored. I eat when I'm anxious. You know when people have breakups and they don't eat? I get skinny. I eat everything. Absolutely everything. I can gain weight on a breakup. Which is not great. You know, you want to look your best and
breakup diet.
No, it's not possible for me.
It's breakup bulk.
Because she's bulk.
She's going to smash the gym when she's broken up.
Hibernation. She's broken up with someone.
It's so bad. Yeah, I'm an emotional eater.
See, that's mad. I'm an emotional eater, but not on a breakup. On a breakup, that's it. Oh my God, I don't eat. It's hard to eat. That's interesting. I wonder what that happens inside your body to do that, to make you hungry.
I think it's more common for people to emotionally anxious eat than not eat.
After a breakup?
I don't know about after a breakup.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because after a breakup, normally nobody eats.
If you're stressed, though, do you eat or do you not eat?
When I'm stressed, I eat.
Right.
It's the first thing I do.
I say I don't. I lose all my appetite.
Oh, no.
Okay.
But anyway, so the quick fix. So I was speaking to my mum, and it's come up in several conversations. So, for example, the Ozempic Mounjaro thing, which is obviously a hot topic at the moment. My mum, it freaks her out. She's like, you shouldn't be taking anything like that. You know, there's going to be consequences. You don't want to be putting anything in your body that you don't know. And she's right in that sense because we don't know what the long-term effects are of Mounjaro. But it also, as a mindset coach, gets me thinking about if I'm obviously, if I'm very, very overweight and it's going to alleviate some of my health conditions, then that is the right thing to do. But I hear about women who are my size who are getting it, who are taking it. And it's like, what habits is that cementing? One, you're removing this whole thing of like doing the difficult thing to get the reward. Therefore, by doing that, you're not encouraging greater self-trust. You're not believing in yourself more. You're, I suppose, putting that win on something external to you. So then how does that affect everything that you do in life? And also your relationship with working out, being healthy, your relationship with food. Plus the fact that when you stop taking it, most people regain their weight back in after 10 months, I think it is. Most people, because they've not dealt with the original issue.
The psychological issue.
Yeah, the psychological issue.
In the first place.
And even there's been some research that talks about how it leads to like depression and anxiety because it's a maladaptive coping mechanism to treat anxiety, all the stuff that I was saying. You go for the food, you go to eat because you're feeling a bit rubbish. It makes you feel better when you don't want that food anymore, and it doesn't make you feel better anymore, and it doesn't give you that dopamine or that serotonin anymore that it used to. Then what do you do with those negative emotions, which can lead people to shop or gamble or do other maladaptive things that make them feel really low. So it's also causing like depression and anxiety. Not to mention, you've got neurons both in your gut and in your brain. And I was reading about how some studies are saying that it's actually changing the neurons in your brain. I don't know how or how accurate it is, but basically it's still unknown. At the end of the day, it's a diabetic drug. It's for a treatment of diabetes, which has been proven to be very effective.
Yeah.
But how effective it is in managing weight loss, especially in people who aren't even overweight.
Well, this is the thing. I think because I know of a couple of girls that are taking it when they're skinny and they look anorexic now. So it's like
they don't know when to stop.
But that's like also disorder style. So now it's supporting a disorder there. Which how are they getting a hold of that in the first place?
Well, this is what we're saying offline, is that this is unregulated, right?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be regulated, but all you have to do, so someone I know also got it. They sent a picture of themselves 10 years ago when they were overweight. And they lied and managed to get it.
And they're not overweight now.
They are like a size 4 now because they have stripped. Another girl I seen on social media, and I messaged, I was speaking to her sister and I said, oh my God, your sister's lost loads of weight. And she was like, yeah, she's on Mounjaro. And I said, God, she's tiny. And she was like, yeah, she's also a size 4 now. She said she doesn't know when to stop. She says, I don't feel like I'm thin enough. And it's not treating the original issue, the body dysmorphia, the insecurity, the inadequacy. People still look at themselves in the mirror and still feel rubbish about themselves because that's not the thing. That's the psychological problems aren't being dealt with. So it's a quick fix in terms of losing the weight, but is it fixing anything?
And well, the thing is, it's not even supposed to, that quick fixes never tend to actually fix the root cause, do they? But it's sad because obviously it wasn't created for that. It was created for people that are so severely overweight that it's negative on their health to be that weight. So that's the better option, but it's not created for people that are already skinny. That's just so that it sounds like they need to regulate that, get that into better regulation. But then look how long it's taken for like Botox and things to get into regulation and people to do fillers and stuff. People have went blind getting fillers put in.
God.
People have went blind, literally. Like, so you've like, why would you, people that aren't these kind of things should be regulated because it's your health, and just because you might not see it instantly, the long-term effects of it, why is anybody, Tom, Dick and Harry able to inject themselves with stuff like this?
And the longer it's unregulated, the more they will cut corners in the quality of the product. So then that causes even more danger.
And it's going to be more accessible and cheaper once, I think Mounjaro and Ozempic have probably got like the copyright or whatever at the minute. As soon as that goes, I don't know, how long it's patented for. That's the word, isn't it? It's going to be so much easier for other people to make it. And they're even talking about putting it in tablet form. So then it'll be really easy. And now we're
goodness.
getting to the point where it's not about education, about clean foods, about diet, about working out. It's eat what the hell you want and just inject yourself with this thing and it'll sort you right out.
And then you'll lose the weight in the 2 months before your holiday. And you're right, it isn't putting it. It's not creating great habits for people. I think I do know some people that have taken it to lose the first part of the weight and then they come off of it and they've had their partner. I do know one person that had their partner regulating it for them. So they were like, I don't want to get addicted. You are the one that injects me with the certain amount that I need. Yeah, it was really, really
God.
like they were really. She was like, I want to.
But that in itself, like, oh my God, like that, giving someone else that control because you don't trust yourself. That what? Like,
I mean, I think it was more.
Why are we even able to be allowed to do that when we don't trust ourselves and our own judgment? This should be something that a practitioner surely administrates. Surely.
I agree with that, yeah.
And they are the ones that are doing psychological checkups and physical checkups. Surely, but it's just not the way it's going.
Isn't it? It's the money.
It's the money.
How much are they actually making? And having it unregulated.
Ozempic and
How many
Mounjaro
people
are
are
going to be
taking it?
rolling in it. You know,
Oh
there was
my
a
goodness, yeah.
sign in my doctor's when I went to the doctor's because we moved house, so needed to sign up to any doctors. There's a sign in it saying, if you have come to get Mounjaro or Ozempic, we cannot administer it here. Book. This will need to come from the hospital. So they must be inundated with people going in, and it said to lose weight.
Wow.
They must be inundated with people going in and asking for it because they want to lose weight. And don't get me wrong, of course it's got its place. I totally agree, you know, and I really empathise with people who have got, who are in that kind of like obesity where cardiovascular disease, heart problems are going to occur. So they need to try it. And one of my sister's friends, it didn't even work for her. She's severely overweight and she's tried it and it just didn't work. So it doesn't work for everybody. So it does have its place and it can help people, absolutely. But the problem is those individuals who are pretty much healthy and
they're abusing it.
And using it as a quick fix because they want to look a certain way because they feel insecure or because they're going on holiday or whatever that reason is. What are the long-term effects on that?
You mentioned the money.
It's over £200 a month.
Do you know how much they made, how much they reported at the beginning of the year?
No. How much?
Yeah. They reported pre-tax profits, this was in February of this year, of $17.8 billion.
Oh,
and that's just Ozempic.
But then that's just the medical thing, and it's like how many things have come out that these products, these medicines have been really bad for you, but they knew it and then they pushed
your
it for the money.
pancreas, your kidney, your liver. When you look into it all, those things are being affected massively. Not to mention the implications on your mental health, your mental well-being, your finances.
That's really sad. And I think you're right. It's like it's just not really, people aren't implementing the actual habits to make a change that do make you feel amazing, that give you that and the boost in your mood and things. And you're right, like within some health coaching clients I had in the past, there was a barrier there that I thought at that point, I was like, I can help you build habits. But then if you've got this mental barrier, there's something there that's holding you back. That's when you have to go and unfold that and figure that out. Go to like a life coach, someone else to help you with that. So that's really sad that instead of, as you're saying, working on that, to grow yourself as a human and develop, you are now taking that easy way. That's really sad.
But it's uncomfortable. And me, myself, you know, at the start of this conversation, we're saying I'm an emotional eater. That's what I do. You know, I go through a breakup and I'm emotionally to sit with that discomfort. That's what I train myself to do now. So I'm going into the cupboards and I'm like, I am doing, and I make a decision. I go, I know I'm emotionally eating. Do I want to eat the dark chocolate? You know, I'm relatively healthy, so it's very rare that I'm gorging on like sweets and stuff. I don't even like sweets. But do I want to have that thing or do I not want to? Why am I doing it? And having that self-awareness. But you won't need that with Mounjaro. You won't have that self-awareness, will you? And so as soon as you come off of it, those old habits are going to come back in. The weight's going to come back on if you've not changed the habits. Not to mention all the muscle that you've lost, because apparently you lose loads of muscle, which in terms of longevity is a massive issue.
Huge.
You know, and if
You lose muscle because you're not eating enough. So your body's presumably cannibalizing your muscles for protein.
Your muscle stores.
Right.
So people need to be training as well and going to like one
going
of
to
the
the
women
gym.
that I was speaking to that was on it. She says that she just noticed that she stripped so much. She was barely eating. After 2 weeks, she had stripped like a stone or something stupid.
In
It
2
really worked on her.
weeks?
Like it was ridiculous how much she'd stripped. And she
Jeez.
said that the skin was just sagging and she needed to go and train. She noticed that she needed to
Yeah.
train. So it got her in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like a size 4. She didn't really need to do it, you know? It's one of them. It's kind of like, is it instilling positive behaviours or negative behaviours? And in terms of like the future, what are the long-term effects?
I mean, that's a scary thing because it's not going to come out for another 20 years? And they'll be like, actually, do you know when you've been doing that? Which is horrible.
And then it's got me thinking about as well, quick fixes in terms of food, fast food.
I mean, yeah, and how addictive that is, though. It's very addictive.
Yeah, and
Fast foods are very
ordering
addictive.
to your house. You can just
Yeah.
order now food to your house and it comes straight away.
That's something
So
I've never got out of
easy.
the routine of. I've never done that.
Have you
Never,
not?
I never do that unless on another occasion if I've got someone, if I'm there with someone else, like I will never order. So it's such a, because it's quite expensive, no? Ordering
Well, they've got
foods.
offers on at the minute. So me and Tom ordered, we actually had ordered like a McDonald's, or was it a KFC last weekend? And it was 50% off. They've got like
What's that?
50% off because it's Black Friday, like for a few weeks on the apps and whatnot. I've got a message today and I get it. You're tired, you've been working loads, you get home, it's so easy just to order a curry or to order whatever, to come to your door. It's just so easy
That
now.
doesn't seem so bad though, as long as it's just like a one-off. Because if you're
Yeah.
talking about like a quick fix of I'm too busy today, as long as it's not every day is too
Oh,
busy to
that's
cook and
it.
things, that maybe seems a bit more, normal rather than I'm sticking myself with an unknown chemical for whatever reasons. But
And well, I suppose
But
you've
people-
also got people that just pop to the chippy and stuff regularly and that kind of thing.
One thing I have heard about Mounjaro and whatever is that it affects your taste buds. So apparently you don't crave those things
Yeah.
anymore. So you don't want the chippy, you don't want
you want the healthy food,
You want the healthy food.
which is pretty insane how they've managed to do that.
Yeah, but-
it's quite incredible. You can change.
But I think
Sorry.
it's because of the fasting. Because when you do intermittent fasting, when I was doing intermittent fasting, which I don't do anymore because of hormonal reasons, it's made me want healthy food.
Okay.
My gut microbiome was craving healthy foods because it kind of resets
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
So if
Nice.
you've kind of like, you know me, I used to like sweet stuff quite a lot. So the fasting helped me reset that. And then I was craving the good foods. And then when you start eating the good foods, you crave the good foods, right?
Yeah, you get addicted to it.
You get addicted to the good foods. And then there's also quick fixes when it comes to finances. So like payday loans and credit cards and buying holidays with money you don't have.
That does, what I was brought up, my mum and dad are so like, no, you earn the money first before you spend it.
My
They're-
mum was like that. She was
yeah.
so anti-credit cards. Not saying that they are bad, but like...
They can be used when, if you have control of it, but if you've got your credit card, loads on your credit card and then you're getting charged interest every month, that is scary. That builds up fast.
And it's quite a vulnerable thing. Like vulnerable people who, they get their paycheck and then they're getting these payday loans because they don't have enough money in the bank to pay for X, Y, Z. And then it's a cycle, isn't it? It's this cycle
They
of
trap you in it.
vulnerability.
yeah.
You're constantly chasing to
You're
try and pay it off and you
constantly
can't get it.
chasing and then it's kind of like that, actually, well, what's the point? Like there's no point now. I'm in this cycle. I'm never going to get out of it.
Or it's just a constant stress. You're constantly stressing for, because I've obviously had a bit of a quiet few months. So I've been using my credit card, but I'm a month behind. So the money I've got on my credit card, I need to get paid this month to pay that. So then I'm using the credit card again for the next month. So obviously, like I've managed to figure it, because obviously that month was, those few months was quiet for a reason. But yeah, now I've got to catch up. But it is the stress of, you're always feeling like you're behind and you've got to try and get it all covered. It is a stress. So, and that isn't a big amount on my credit card at all. It's just like a monthly amount. If it was more than that, I can understand that stress 100%. And how I can also understand why people would hide away from it, would want to just, because a lot of people, I think, don't want to look at their bank accounts because they don't want to know. Whereas the power comes in actually knowing and understanding it and fixing it so you can actually sort your finances. Whereas I do know a lot of people, and I have done it myself, that just kind of like, oh, just hide my head in the sand, like bury my head and it'll fix itself, But but then you've got that underlying anxiety always there.
You've hit the nail on the head though. Education. They don't teach you this stuff at school, do they? They don't teach you about your finances because, you know, credit cards and loans aren't bad. Like, you can get a loan and build a business with it, but that's not a quick fix. That's kind of like a long-term investment, isn't it? That's planning, that's strategic towards a vision, towards a goal. But quick fix payday loans and things like that, where the interest is ridiculous.
It's like 2,000%, isn't it?
Oh my God.
I mean, that should be illegal though. The government should be on that. No way should that even be allowed, because as you're saying, you've got vulnerable people out there, and a 2,000% interest. That's insane.
And people don't understand. Like, Tom got a credit card out and he'd bought some stuff on it. Maybe it was like 300 quid or whatever. And I said, oh, make sure you pay that off within the month. And he said, oh, no, I've got a year's free. And then he got charged because it wasn't a year's free. It was, if you transferred it, you got a year's free on whatever you transferred it or something, not on new payments. Any new payments needed to be paid off within the 30 days or whatnot. So he got really confused about how it all worked. And I don't have credit cards, so I didn't know how it worked. But in my head, I was like, it's usually every 30 days, so check it out. And then he got charged. And it wasn't a small amount. So I think he got charged like 50 quid or something.
Which is a lot of money though, 50
something like
pound.
that. I can't remember for like, and it wasn't a lot that he borrowed. So you can understand how that can compound and pile up.
Yep, I mean, I did that. My first credit card, they said it was like a 12-month free, interest free.
Yeah.
So I just thought, so we went to Thailand and I paid the flights on it, and I just thought it's fine. I don't have to pay anything back for 12 months. Because I didn't understand it. It was the first credit card ever. And then I got, is it the black mark you get on your credit rating? Because it hit my credit rating really bad for quite a while because I missed the payment. Because I didn't think I had to make a payment. So I think you're right, it's education behind it. It's actually like when you get that credit card, who's telling you how to use that credit card? And when I worked in a bank, when I was at uni, they were pushing sales. It's when the banks were struggling. And I had to push sales and credit cards, and I had someone, at one point I had my manager sat behind me making sure I was pushing it because I was pushing savings. I was top on the savings, but the credit card, obviously I was quite against credit cards at the time. So I was like, I'm not pushing that. And this young girl, who was it that done it? This young girl came in and she was vulnerable. She was young. I think, is it 16? What age can you get a credit card at? Like 16?
I think it's 18.
Is it 18?
Sure. Yeah.
But you could tell, I was like, I don't think anybody should be pushing a credit card on this young girl. Like, I think that, you know, she seems quite vulnerable. And anyway, they took her upstairs, pushed it, gave her the credit card. The next day, the mum comes in raging, saying, who gave my daughter this credit card? They didn't care. They were just pushing for the sales.
It's not just credit cards, it's store cards as well. Same problem.
Yeah.
And this is the issue, because then there's something really amazing when you want something. Like, I remember when I was 18 and I wanted a car, and I worked at McDonald's for like £3 an hour to save for this car. And when I bought it, because I'd worked my arse off to get it, there's something incredible that builds self-trust, that builds your self-esteem, that raises you, and you really appreciate it and you understand it. When you get a credit card and you buy something on that because you want it in the moment, not only does it not give you that rush that you've achieved something and that confidence that comes with that, but it also takes away that problem solving, that strategic element of what else can I do in my life to generate more cash flow because I don't have enough, which makes you a victim and in the hands of the machine that is debt collectors. You know, like that in itself.
Because you don't technically at that point, I suppose you don't technically own it yet because you still need to pay the money, right?
Still need to pay the money.
So it's not technically, you don't get that, oh, this is mine. It's, well, actually I've got it, but it's a bit of a
But
loan.
they can make money on debt as well.
They make money on it. They make money on it, and they stop you from using your noggin to think about, because they make it so easy. And I get it. I get why it would be. Like, if we hadn't have grown up so poor and my mum saying, don't get a credit card, you know, she created such an unhealthy relationship for me with credit cards and borrowing loans because we were so poor. I was always so scared of ever being in debt, and for me, I avoided it at all costs. But if I hadn't have had that, I would understand it.
Yeah,
I would understand it. I want that coat. Hell, I can just pay for that on credit card, right? And in uni, I had an overdraft. Sometimes I was like $1,000 into my overdraft.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think And I think if you're, again, it's all about education, understanding how to use your finances, but I think, and it's also having that feeling of you've achieved something when you managed to save. And I think if you've never done that, you don't know that feeling, so you just think this is the norm. Right, completely. And I know how, I completely get it, and I get why, but I also understand why people need to, at the times when people are really struggling, phenomenal to have it there, to be like, great, I have an option, and it's a short-term thing because I'm struggling, I need that money.
It's exploitative though, like those people who are really struggling and they have to get a credit card that after 30 days it goes up to a ridiculous percentage.
I mean, that
it's exploitation, and it stops people being able to come out of it.
But I think then it's the education of finding that credit card that actually works for you. Like, so there are credit cards out there that aren't 2,000%. There are credit cards that they're okay percentages. So it's, I mean, I'm no financial expert in any way, but
no,
I suppose it's looking up to see, okay, what's my best option? Because if that is literally your only option, what's the best one? Don't just jump in and take a loan that's a crazy amount of interest. Like, and again, the thing is though, again, this should be regulated. This should not be even allowed. Why is the government allowing a credit card or a loan to be charging such high interest rates? That's crazy.
It's much more regulated now, I must say, just for the sake of facts. So the FCA does regulate things to a certain degree, but it's still not rigged in favour of the consumer. It's rigged in favour of the business.
And the thing is, it's like, it's covering the root problems. The root problem of, I'm not financially secure, so maybe I need to change my job, or maybe I need to do, do you know what I mean? I don't feel like I have a high self-esteem, so I need to work on my mindset and my negative self-talk and my inner critic. Or I'm not healthy, so I need to work on the food that I'm ingesting and going to the gym. Even like quick fixes for feeling emotionally held sexually. One night stands. That's like a quick fix, isn't it? Feeling validated. Feeling validated in the moment.
And then how rubbish do you feel straight afterwards?
How rubbish you feel the next day, like waiting for that quick fix.
Because you're craving that connection, or craving that sexual interaction. But then,
I was going to say, normally when there's a decision like that, you'd sleep on it, but it doesn't really apply for one night stands, does it?
No.
Quite the opposite.
Quick fix alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Drugs.
trying to think of like some quick fixes that are positive. Are there any? And there must be.
I mean, like antibiotics, quick fix.
Yeah, that's true. But
so
you can get dependent on them.
Can you?
Can get dependent on them, yeah.
Really?
And then they don't work. That's why doctors won't
painkiller.
give you antibiotics unless you really need them, because it stops them working. Your body, not the body, the virus will change.
Well, that's happened with a lot of antibiotics. Like a lot of antibiotics we're getting used to, the bugs are managing to combat them, and I don't think we can create antibiotics quick enough. There's a huge thing about that now.
They're trying to develop a super antibiotic to counter the fact that bugs have now adapted or are adapting to antibiotics. Yeah,
crazy,
because they've been overused, essentially.
I mean, that's just mad, but
and going from what like Cal said, I think there is a place for like these quick fixes. So it's great to have a takeaway every now and again. It's great that I can order an Uber to my door. It's great that we've got drugs available for people who are really struggling with their obesity. It's great that we've got credit cards that, if we know we can pay it off.
Financial
which,
debt.
Me and Tom have used credit cards for the wedding. It's all paid off now, but we knew we would be able to. Well, obviously you never know anything. That's the thing, strategy, planning in advance,
So what you're saying is that at best, a quick fix is a very short-term thing. At worst, it's just a really bad idea.
Or a
it's catastrophic.
It's like a quick fix should be like a treat. Like you're saying, like certain things could be a treat rather than it being the norm, the regular. This is how you live life. Quick fixing. As you're saying, it doesn't help build your whole self-development at all.
Like a puncture repair kit on a tyre. It's great for the there and then, but you wouldn't drive around the country with one on.
Yeah, and now you've got me thinking about, when you fix your property. So, for example, you slap a bit of paint over a bit of mould. It's going to keep coming back. That's a quick fix. You're not dealing with the root of the problem. And I think that is such a good metaphor, if I do say so myself. But like that idea of doing a slapdash job in your house and not paying the additional money and doing the additional work to get rid of a problem for good, whacking some paint on it and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
That is like the
or just
analogy.
Knowing it's going to come back, but you've got a few months, so that'll do for the next few months, which is what you do with quick fixes, right? That'll do for the next few months. I've got the money coming in, and then I'll fix that in 3 months' time, 4 months' time. I'll figure something out then.
But that's the thing, isn't it? It's, do you have the strategy and do you have the plan?
Yeah. Can you actually figure it out?
Right?
Yeah.
Can you figure it out?
Yeah. I mean, that is interesting. I suppose you've got, and quick fixes with aesthetics as well, isn't it? Quick fix, you just don't know what that's going to do to their faces and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like with your fillers and stuff. Quick fix.
But it's not a quick fix because it fades.
Yeah.
The fillers
It
fade.
does fade. Yeah.
Fillers fade.
Oh, I thought they were there for like ever.
They stay in, but obviously you need to keep pumping it in, don't you? To keep it in.
But what was it? The people that got their lips done right at the early days,
It stayed in.
It stayed. That was something, they must have changed what they used or whatever.
Yeah, because that stuff was toxic as hell.
Yeah.
And some things, like you can get, I was chatting to someone recently and he was saying about like, you can get tattoos on your lips.
Yeah.
So that's quite a quick fix, but it's actually long-term use
Yeah.
because I wear lipstick quite a lot. So part of me was like,
I know someone that gets that. Yeah.
But is it painful?
I actually don't know. No, they numb your lips. So they numb your lips, but then they're a wee bit dry afterwards. But yeah, it's quite handy because then you don't actually have to use anything on your lips anymore for like, I don't know how long, maybe 6 months is it? And then it fades. You get eyebrows as well tattooed. A lot of money in that, by the way.
I'm not sure about the eyebrows.
Oh, I've seen some really nice
Have you?
yeah, semi-perm makeup and eyebrows.
Sunbeds.
Oh.
Right.
Sunbeds. Oh, so stressed at sunbed. They're awful.
I know.
Like awful. And people, they're coming back in fashion again though. Do you know how like they went out of fashion when we were younger? They're back in again.
A gym the other day, and as she was walking me around, they had sunbeds. Got sunbeds in gyms now.
That's insane. Like, and do you know what? I know a really healthy person, someone that like literally is everything is like fasting, gym like 3 times a day, like crazy, like they're on it, and they use sunbeds. And I was like, you're literally looking after your body on every level, but then you're going under a sunbed once a week. Like, that blows my mind.
I suppose that's the risk you take, isn't it, for looking tanned? Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't have a choice, so I can't really. Even if I went on a sunbed, I would stay white and I would go freckly. I mean, I did go on one once when I was younger, and I got like, because my friends were all going on. And I was like, oh, I'd love to get brown. Maybe this will make me tan. And I got like a horrible pigmentation on my back. And after I saw that, my mum said to me, she went, what have you got on your back? It looked like a birthmark. I've still got it. In the sun, it comes up. Never went on a sunbed again. Good. But I do think I went on a sunbed as a ginger with low melanin, feeling the pressure and wanting to look a certain way. If I wasn't ginger, I would have continued.
Really?
As a kid, 100%. I was 15 when I went on my first sunbed. I would have
15. I thought you'd be 16.
Oh, no one checked back then.
Surely they check now though?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I'd hope that they check now.
They do seem a bit stricter with stuff like that.
You're so young and you're literally looking at people around you. You're so like, what's it called? Not manipulated, but you're easily led and by everyone around you.
Instagram and social media right now. Everybody wants the quick fix to look great, to look amazing.
Then there's also injections that you can inject into your skin now to tan.
Yeah, I know.
So like, and there's like these, there was a documentary on, I can't remember, was it Olivia Atwood?
You have to go into the sun as well though. So it encourages more melanin in your skin.
But not that. This is a one that's this girl was getting delivered to her, and she didn't know that they didn't come with any ingredients. She didn't know. It was just like, if you inject yourself, you just go even darker. She didn't know what was in the bottle. Nothing came with ingredients. How insane is that? And she's so addicted to a tan, she's just injecting herself and then going in the sunbeds. Right, like that is insane. Like who?
It works though. I know someone who was ginger, injected themselves, went on the sunbeds, tans. They don't burn anymore. They just tan. You don't know the long-term effects at all, but I do know that they did that for a number of months/years, and now they don't burn. So
but then it's just
again,
sad, it's like that or skin cancer. What your skin? Do you know what I mean? Do you want a tan? How you really want to look that good to risk skin cancer, man?
I bought some drops.
Drops what?
I bought some drops for tanning. Do you remember?
Yes.
I bought those drops, and you're supposed to put them under your tongue, and it was supposed to increase the menopause.
Yeah.
But I never took them. Do you remember? They come in a envelope.
It didn't have ingredients,
It
did
didn't
they?
have any ingredients or anything
Right.
like that. But I bought them, and then I wimped out. Quite rightly so. I'm glad that I did. But I wimped out because I was like, I don't want to do this, and I didn't want to go on sunbeds or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
There's me, like, especially, that was a massive insecurity of mine growing up. Like, you know, when everyone went on holidays to Spain or whatever, and they come back like brown. I mean, we didn't go to Spain anyway because we didn't have any fucking money. But like, in general, I always felt like not as pretty and not as beautiful because I was so white, I was freckly, I wasn't tanned. So that was very much an insecurity growing up.
And that's everything though. That's like when people have the weight, that's with their faces, that's with, you know, your money, because you've not got your money to go and buy all the fashionable clothes and all the makeup and all the skincare and stuff. Like it's like you're trying to keep up. It's like keeping up the Joneses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so many people like that have these big fancy cars outside their house and they're actually on credit card, but they're just trying to keep up with their neighbours. It's
and that in the moment is more important than the potential of cancer, than the potential of, you know, if you're going that far, bankruptcy, because all of those scenarios aren't real in our heads until they are.
Yeah.
You know, it's
you don't
so,
think it's going to happen to you though.
You
That's
never
the thing.
think it's going to happen to you.
Happen.
You do not, you do not go to that place of like, I know when I went on the sunbed, I did not think, oh, I'm going to get cancer from this.
Yeah. I mean, things I
would
did, my
now.
mum literally was like,
I would now.
from the get-go, was like, no sunbeds, this is what can happen.
Yeah, but your mum was a nurse. You come from, your parents were nurses, so there was a lot of education. And
But I mean, even that though, a lot of kids that actually know though, I can imagine people know, I mean, it's obvious stuff. The science is out there. You get skin cancer. You can get skin cancer and it is increased when you go on a sunbed. The science is there, but people
not guaranteed though, is it? Not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed, no.
As in, it's also not guaranteed if you hit the sugar, because that's a quick fix for energy and whatnot, that you're going to get other diseases because it leads to inflammation and, you know, heart issues.
That'll be, I can imagine in like 20, 30 years, this is going to be very different with sugar.
Alcohol, with depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, we all know. We all know. But in that moment, because the root cause isn't being addressed, we go for the quick fix to ease the pain.
And also for the enjoyment. So people like the enjoyment of sugar, the enjoyment of being drunk with alcohol. I don't think I'd ever enjoy a sunbed. I'd literally smell my skin.
But you'd enjoy the tan. It's not the sunbed.
I'd enjoy the tan. I'd enjoy the tan. I'd like that. It's nice to have a tan. But I get like organic, trying the natural ingredients possible on fake tan. Because then you think, we'll use fake tan, but it wasn't fake tan. Anyway.
Massive discussion.
Let
us know your thoughts.
Yes. What quick fixes have you used in the past?
And do they work for you? Do they not? Join the debate. We'd love to know your stories and some positive stories if you've got some as well, because I think most of ours have been quite negative.
I actually can't
ours
think
was
of
quite biased.
But I can't actually think of a positive quick fix though.
The one that you said, like
antibiotic
in the house and the antibiotics. So in the house, doing something that could alleviate the problem for a little while you save up.
Yes.
But again, it's like that strategy and putting something in place so that you can do it properly, or you can fix it properly in a few months. Plus antibiotics.
There we go.
Other things like
we have to.
Other medical things, Ozempic for people who really need it. So there are things out there, but join the debate. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you can like and share this podcast, we would be super grateful. Subscribe just below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.